Hello everyone, I'm sorry that this video came out a bit late. I had some PC issues yesterday and then I went on with a very long 20-hour stream, so this is coming a bit later than I wanted to. Anyway, this will be a bit of a quick one because I don't have that much that has changed since last video. However, in the background here, I'm just doing the tier 17 boss abomination to unlock my the last map slot. So I will definitely say this was a bit of a rough fight. It's definitely doable. I think I had a total of 2 deaths on the trio before this. Anyway, on to the rest of the video. I'm just gonna very quickly go over my progression so far. So I got level 98, and I've got my 4 void stones. Uber was pretty easy, but Maven was a little annoying. Mainly just because it's kind of hard to damage her on this build, but I have something that will help do those things, which I did not have when I did them, which was this Dance in the Void tool graft. You want to look for a Squalling tool graft with Dance in the Void. Ideally, you get one that is level 34 with skills used by this graft deal increased damage. The increased damage is extremely important on this because your gear does not affect the tornado. So this is a separate amount of increased damage. This thing, when you use the skill, it will summon tornado. This thing is gonna sit on top of the boss. You're gonna shoot it. It's gonna shoot out a bunch of icicles every time you hit the tornado. It's gonna do a lot of single target damage. This is pretty much going to carry our single target until we get a lot better gear. I'm still using Heart of Flame. I still think this is extremely nice to have just for the defensive purposes, as long as we're hybrid. Other than that, I highly recommend getting a Foulborn, Barracks Respite. Ignite the enemies you kill explode. It basically just gives us explode. The rest of the ring has useful stats. So it's very nice. Since we're always igniting enemies with Shaper Flames, this is no issues to trigger the explode. The next thing that I did was get myself a Stone Golem of Safeguarding. Currently, with the amount of buff effect I have, 49% of my melee damage taken from hits is now taken from my Stone Golem instead. It is a massive defensive boost against melee damage, such as a Shaper Slam, or honestly, most of the things that hit very hard in this game tend to be melee, so it will help you die a little bit less. To fit in this Stone Golem, we need an Anima Stone, because we don't have Dark Monarch yet. We're gonna need an Anima Stone to get that extra Golem. And to fulfill the requirement of Anima Stone, we need 3 Primordial items equipped. So I opted to get 1 Primordial Harmony, because these are 5 Chaos, at least at the time when I bought it. And then I grabbed myself 2 Primordial Eminence Jewels. If you cannot afford Eminence Jewels, you can always just sock it in 2 more Harmony Jewels for the time being. That's fine. I just highly recommend getting Safeguarding. We're replacing Frost Shield with that. So that also means 1 less button to press. Finally, I've also upgraded my wand. This is the final wand that we're going to be using for probably a very long time. And this is not actually that hard to make, but it does cost significantly more than the previous wand. And I'm going to pull up Path of Exile to show you how this wand is made, as well as some simulations. First of all, this is how my simulations for the wands. So, and we can see here that the average cost to make a wand like this will take you 164 Essence of Wrath. In my case, I used a Deafening Essence of Wrath, a tier 1. You can use a tier 2 if that's a lot cheaper. Since that's a lot cheaper, it's up to you how much you want to spend. If you want the best, you go for Deafening. If you're fine with tier 2, you just use Shrieking. And the average cost to craft this is going to be about 4 divines if you use tier 2. The way you're going to do it is you're going to get yourself Essence of Wrath, and you're just going to spam until you hit attack speed. Let me see if I can hit attack speed. There we go, I hit attack speed. And when you hit attack speed, we need to have one open prefix and one open suffix. In this case, we have projectile speed. This is bad, so we need to use an Orb of Annulment and basically just pray to RNG gods that you remove projectile speed. In this case, we failed and removed lightning damage, so we have to start over by going back to Essence. Just for demonstration purposes, what you want to do is you want to hit projectile speed, if I can actually hit projectile speed. There we go. You can see what I mean with the RNG can be really, really rough. I think the calculation said that the most costless craft was, not this one, this one. It's 10 divines. If you get very, very unlucky. So keep that in mind. You can get very unlucky. Like in this case. But on average, it should be a lot cheaper. On average, it is 4 divines. Now, these 10 divines does include the full crafts, because we are actually spending 4 divines on crafting. We're spending 2 divines to craft, sorry, not 4 divines, we're spending 2 divines to also craft multi-mod. And then we want to craft elemental penetration. And then we want to craft spell damage. Wait, that's the wrong elemental penetration craft. And then we want to craft spell damage. For some reason, Craft of Exile does not allow me to craft spell damage because it's tagged as a caster mod. But I can assure you that this does work. As you can see, I have done it in game on my one day in game. Crafted spell damage, so you can still craft spell damage. So don't worry about that. Okay, that's it for today's update video. That's everything I want to cover. It's a bit of a short one, but there's nothing else I really have to say. As usual, you can leave a comment if you have any questions. I will try and answer them when I get time for. Otherwise, you can also come into my stream. I can answer there as well. I'm gonna be live most of the time. Other than that, I see you guys hopefully in the next video. Bye bye.